How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Blue Shifting and welcome back to Finding Paradise, where we've been fighting an imaginary friend in the metaverse. So essentially, I kind of had a running theory and it turned out to be correct. A little sad that I was able to see it so far off, but at the same time also, like, I don't know, I think it was subtle enough. It was still very intriguing. But long story short, it turns out that Colin had an imaginary friend that helped him through his childhood named Feya. But then eventually, Feya kind of faded from his, like, reckoning as, like, Sophia stepped in and became his eventual wife. But in this mental scape that the computer creates, and without some of the safeguards in place, because for some reason Dr. Watts removed them, she's essentially become her own entity in the computer. In fact, we were in a lot of trouble there for a bit, but it seems that interference from, oh gosh, darn it, I can't think of her name. I know her name. I know it. I know her name. It's driving me freaking crazy. Ah! The other doctor. Whatever. I'm moving on. I'm tired, okay? I've been playing too much Elden Ring today. I finally got into the city. Dang it. I'm having fun. Anyway, I'm a little scatterbrained at the minute. But the other doctor seems to have been fighting, like, with the computer system on our behalf. We were finally able to kind of fight off Feya. She doesn't have all power at this point. So now we've chased her through. She defeated us in a few memories. We defeated her in a few. And now we've chased her to the final recollection. And this is probably going to determine what ends up happening. Hopefully we can convince her. And like I said, I don't think we should remove her from his life. I think she needs to become an actual person in his life. So his memory is going to be that Feya is real, that she has her own life, that they're best friends, that she was there for the wedding, that she was there for some of the family stuff, that she was always like an actual person, not a figment of his imagination that he never reconciled. And I think that's going to be the final puzzle piece that he needs to find peace. So I'm going to see if today we're going to actually get to the end of the game or not. I imagine if we don't have it today, the next week will be the final episode for Finding Paradise, and then we'll roll right into the third game, which is the one that everyone voted on. I'm really excited to see. So let's dive in with Dr. Watts for what might be our final confrontation before whatever happens. Rogue mental activity detected. This wasn't here before. Here we go. Okay. Come on, Watts. Where is she? Is she outside, maybe? This is where we found her first. Oh, hey, there she is. Eva? There you are. Hey. Where have you been? I've been looking everywhere for you. Did you see Feya around here? Don't worry, I took care of her. Already? What did you do? Oh, sorry about the mess here. Oh, I probably should have cleaned it up. You know, I've been thinking we should just leave. Wait, what? Yeah, that's her. The patient clearly doesn't want us here. We should respect his wishes. What are you talking about? The patient doesn't always know what they really want. You, of all people, should know. Wait a minute. Aww. I guess it's no use. I should know by now you aren't going to just leave. I really don't know what to do anymore. But I have to keep going. Even if it just stalls you. Yo, fetch, what is this? Okay, wait, hold on just a minute. Ah, great. What if she escaped to the internet or something? Because she's in the computer right now. Wow, these clouds sure aren't as fluffy as they look. Oh no. Oh no! She's a final boss! You've gone for far long enough. But this is where your trespassing ends. Oh gosh. Alright. Attack. Armageddon kick! Ow. Alright, first attack with the shoe! Oh no, I meant to click the shoe! Ow, 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 not the birds! Attack with the shoe! Dang it, that did very little. Ow. You know, for an imaginary character, your attacks are kind of vanilla. Tornado punch! Not a dog! Rudog? Oh no! I could really use some help. Look, we don't have to do this. Then forfeit. Why are you still here? I'm not gonna give up, but I'm not gonna be able to win. There we go. Dagnabbit. Reset scenario. Okay, let's try again. I want to see if I can figure out a way to do this. Oh, there was this one time with a long line at the grocery store. But here, guess that. Looks like the tornado does the most damage. I'm just do a slug match and see if I can just beat her with raw damage. And if that doesn't work, maybe we just defend the whole time and kind of be pacifist. Yeah, tornado kick seems to be the best, but the SPs are running out, so yeah, the dogs. What the? Oh, the dog! Rudog has joined the party. All right. Rudog, nose laser, rocket dog, or compliment? Compliment you, boy. Oh, he heals me, yes! Ow. Question Rudog. Oh crap, the imaginary dog in question has ceased to exist. Dang it! I made a mistake! Okay, I know better now. If I can survive, I just throw my shoe again. What's the last dog? It's like green. Shoe! Thank you, Rudog. Okay, compliment. Good boy, Rudog. Ow, 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 ow. Tornado punch. Rudog, rocket dog. Show him your power. Ow. Tornado punch again. Not enough. Oh, I did win. Yes! Rudog is the key to victory. Well, that was a hoot. I beg to differ. Ah, shoot. Rudog's still up there. I forgot to thank him. But why did he help me? Shouldn't y'all make up beings act in unison of Colin's subconsciousness? Maybe even Colin himself isn't always so sure of what he wants. But so what? With all you tempt him with, it's no surprise that he got lost. That's okay, though. He may not know what he wants, but I know what he needs. Look, you may be part of his mind, but clearly you don't speak for his entirety. Could it be that you're wrong? I mean, no offense, but you aren't much more than an incomplete copy of Colin back there. In fact, I'm not even sure if there's a point in talking to you right now. After all, you're just an ethereal figment of his imagination that never existed. Perhaps so. But is this any different from what you're doing here to do? What the fetch? Oh, hey, Eva. Eva? Hey, sorry, I had to head out for a moment there. She's all in Colin's head, by the way. Yeah, I'm intimately familiar with that fact by now. But what were you doing? You just bailed out on me. Ah, she was building defenses. I was out administering sedatives to curb Colin's brain's activity. Not sure how his mental process could override us, but it was getting out of hand. So that wasn't a Christmas miracle after all. It took a while to work out the dosage, as we still needed his brain functioning. Seems like it's working, though. The effects should be sinking in more now. Aww. Wow, just what have you been dealing with over here? Don't ask. Oh, look at that power stance, though. What the heck is that? Just some new code Roxy sent me. She said she saw issues with this machine earlier and knew we'd be in trouble. Who wrote a patch in the car while Rob was driving, apparently. Show off. Did she say anything else about the machine? Aside from you doing a crappy job with your self-repairs? No, not like there was much time to talk. Actually, I'm still not sure if Colin's stable enough for this to work yet. It's like a Pokeball. Yep, we caught her. Huh, didn't expect her to be locked down for good this soon. You must have tired Colin out quite a bit. Well, it was hard fought. Whatever it was, good thing it worked. I doubt we have time for a rivalry retry. I do have some questions for you about this incident, though. But those can wait until the case is done. The effect of the sedative is temporary. We have little time as it is. Come on, let's move on already while we still can. This might just be the most hassle we've ever gone through for a single memory link. What is it? Oh, it's just something she said earlier. The whole thing was messed up. Did she turn freaky and ghastly on you too? Yeah, but that's not what I meant. Never mind. Let's just get going and chat later. What a detour. Alright, well. Sheesh, are these just spreading hibiscus seeds wherever they go? That is the memento. Prepare. Oh, lovely. Wait a minute. Oh, it's one of these ones that like lets you create orbs. Oh, it's deleting them. Gotcha. Can't do that. There we go. Kind of fumbled my way to that one. I guess it's not exactly a journal after all. It is, though. Alright, let's activate it. He waited. I thought so. Backing up iterative data for applied section. Is he saving her? Data backup complete and stored to repository. Interesting. So he's keeping her. Interesting. So there's Feya here. That took a while. Weren't you right behind me? I just had to clean up that mess back there. Ah! 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 Oh. Well, let's go see what we find at the vortex of all this. I have a guess. Me too. Didn't exactly stick the soft landing, field landing, huh? Not like I had much practice on an actual grass strip. So, you think this is a case of schizophrenia? Well, with that, the patient usually has trouble actively distinguishing delusion from reality. But in this case, I get the feeling that he's actually well aware of it. Still, can't say for certain, but I'm leaning towards some kind of defense mechanism instead. The more curious question is how she's able to materialize here so vividly. You think she's still able to, see us? Hard to say, but she shouldn't be able to interfere for now, at least. This seems to be just a normal memory playback. This is when they say goodbye, isn't it? What you waiting for? Come on. Haven't you heard of the phrase "stop and smell the roses"? There are flowers on top of the hill too, you know. I'll race you there. Yeah, I think I know where this is going. Oddly, this hill looks kind of familiar. Kind of like the approach to the lighthouse of the first game. Hey, I was thinking, it's a little windy today. Maybe we should just come back some other time instead. Oh, don't be such a downer. We're practically already there. Hey, remember when we played Catch Me If You Can? The wind? It wasn't there a moment ago. I think he was trying to find excuses. I think he knew what this day was. Okay, what's the matter now? Let me just rest here for a while. Again, you barely walk up any steps. Hey, I'm the one who had to carry this thing uphill. Oh, I just thought you'd have gotten stronger by now, that's all. The tallow gets bigger too, you know. Just come on, sit with me for a bit, will you? Do you remember the first time we came here? Which first time? The second one, I guess? The one where I tried to race you up the hill? Oh yeah, that was a dumb move. You were so excited to take me up there, though. Yeah, it had been a while since I took anyone there. It's still one of my favorite places, and I've always liked how it overlooked the city. It really has been a while, hasn't it? I rather miss going there. So why are you hesitating? We're mere steps away from there, you know. Why are you stopping every step along the way? Stop kidding yourself, Colin. You're not tired, and it's not the wind. We've already come so far. You know as well as I what we have to do. Dang, the atmosphere's got really heavy, huh? It's interesting. So you could hear the music of the guitar all in its head. The first time we came here. That was the first time I accompanied you to play the scales too, wasn't it? Yeah, it helped. It still does, actually. Well, no one likes to practice scales alone. That's very true, actually. I hated it. But you could never actually hear what I was playing, could you? Yeah, he did know. So the focal point is this moment here. It's nice up there today. It always is. You don't have to leave anymore. I can fly now. Wherever you go, I can go with you. You really are stubborn, aren't you? Don't you think you're getting a bit too old for me to stay? People would laugh at you if they knew. They can laugh all they want. I don't care. You made me who I am today. I learned to fly because of you. I kept playing the cello because of you. You taught me to practice the scales. No, Colin. I can't teach you anything you don't know, nor can I make you do anything you don't want. Oh, the clouds. I just realized there's a cello cloud. Oh, that's cool. Maybe all you really wanted was for someone to be there. Even if it was just someone like me. I know it's mesmerizing here, Colin. But you've been spending so much time with me and imagining what couldn't be. Don't you think you're forgetting what actually is and all that it could be? There's a plane. Sometimes stepping out of this little world we've made is the one way you know to notice and appreciate all the beautiful things all around you. I don't want to be alone. Sure, if I go, you'll be alone at times, even when you don't want to be. But that's all part of growing up, and it's all a part of life. It's what makes fleeting moments with loved ones treasured and our memories precious. It's also what drives you to seek out what you wouldn't find if you just stayed here with me. There's a lot out there just waiting for you, Colin. I can't promise it'll always be good, but I know you'll find all you need living only in these pages of ours. You brought me into this world. I won't forget that. And while some things are meant to stay, some are only meant to carry you so far. In my own way, you know I will always be there to protect you. And whatever comes, if it's something we could do, then it's something you could do. What do you say, Colin? Paper airplane. Are you ready? Fetch, man. Oh. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for it to end. I don't care what you are or aren't. You're my first real friend. Hey,
this doesn't have to be an end for us. One day, you might look back and realize how fast this precious life has passed you by. And on that day, I'll come back once more. We'll talk like we used to talk, and you'll tell me about your day. No, about your life. You'll tell me all about the happy life you've had and all the nice memories you've made.
I might not have such a happy life, you know.
You're such a downer, you know that? Have a little faith in yourself, Colin. Of course you will. I know you will. It may take a long time, and it may take a lot of work and effort. But when the day comes, I know you'll have lots of happy memories to share. It's almost time. How much have you written in that book by now? You've replaced its pages so many times, huh? I must talk a lot. Sorry about that. But now that I'm going, perhaps you could finally spare more pages for other things. It's your book. You don't always have to write about me anymore. It's just like life, right? Same book filled with all kinds of different pages, as it should be. Take care of yourself, all right?
Hey, I still haven't said goodbye yet.
Aw, you already have, Colin.
Aw, she's his angel.
A long, long time ago.
Wait a minute. Was she... Maybe she once was real. I wonder. That would have been really sad. The hibiscus isn't really there. The tree was dead. It wasn't perfect, but it was good enough.
She never came back, did she?
Guess not.
I wonder if she's a cause or an effect.
Huh?
As in, do you think Colin's unhappy because she never came back again?
If Colin only wanted to see her again, I doubt we would have needed to call us.
Yeah, so perhaps her absence at the end meant that he was already unhappy by then.
Back to square one. Uh-oh. He's not doing good, though.
This place is destabilizing again. We don't have much time left. Let's move. We have to make do with what we have.
Wait, do we even know what we're doing with him yet?
I have a few ideas to try, but we still need to link the mementos first. Let's get back to the overworld and figure that out while we do that.
All right. I think they need to make her real. I think they need to make her presence a part of his life. Oh, fetch. Uh-oh. What the heck? Wait, it's just a... Ah! Well, that's not good.
In my own way, I will always be there to protect you.
She got out.
Neil, what's taking you so long? This place is falling apart. There's no time to wait for him.
Connect lies. Linked. Wait, there's no link here though, right? Fetch. That's not good. Okay. 2 paper airplanes. Okay, that's the right pattern. Gotcha. Come on, hold together on me, man. Let's see, can we see his health? Come on, let me see it. It's so tricky to get it to show. Oh, screw it. There we go. I think that's all of them, but... Ow, what the... Uh-oh. Paper airplane, whoa! Was that a... What's going on? What is this place? His memories with his family. His memories, they're falling apart. Did we take too long? But in the blink of an eye, suddenly, no more time. And I find myself here, just like everyone else. I just want to feel like I've done enough in the world before I go, you know? That's why we're here, Colin. That's why we're here, Colin. Tell us your regrets. What is it that you want us to fix? I want you to make my life that fulfilling life, without changing anything I've been through. He wants us to give him fulfillment without changing anything.
Call them. But when you go through the procedure and live that new life, just hold on to something from here.
It's not like that, Feya. I won't forget about you. Maybe the sedative took too much out of him.
We only have so much time in this life, and we would never be able to do all that we want. No matter what we do, there will always be other things we want to try, other paths to take.
I remember this one. Beep, 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 beep. Did I spill out your dress?
Hey, just one more excuse to jump in the lagoon. You know, we don't have to waste all that lemon juice. Have you ever tried writing with it?
Lemon juice? No, why?
Ha! Then prepare to be mind blown by some elementary school magic. Get this, it's invisible ink.
Invisible ink?
Yep, the writing appears in color only when you heat up the paper. Come on, I'll show you. Let's write something with it.
It's been a while since I've written.
Well, never too late to start again.
How about a letter?
How about a letter?
To who?
Each other, of course. We could write about this trip. It's been kind of a journey, hasn't it? And at the end of it, we could show each other what we wrote of it all.
Interesting. And that's when he also kept a journal. Why was this not part of that memory earlier? Huh. It's really getting bad in here. We all have regrets, but the righting of wrong or dream lost past. As Sigmund Corp, we give you that second chance to make things right. Because with our help, it's never too late.
Why would you even consider? Why would you toss aside everything we have for something make-believe?
I'm not tossing anything aside. Wait, these don't just seem like randomly scattered memories. Could this be that sedative's wearing off? Maybe this is what Feya is showing me to try and persuade me not to do it.
You are different, even from the man you were when I first met you. You're no longer aloof, you know? When you're here, you're actually here.
That's because she left. When she left, he became more conscious. They started writing.
I know it's mesmerizing here, Faye spoke after pausing, shifting her gaze back up to the sky. But you've been spending so much time with me and imagining what couldn't be. Don't you think you're forgetting what actually is, and all that could be?
I used to write too. Okay, look, I get it. I got your message, you hear me? I know you're still here. You can come and get me now. Dang it, really thought it was her. Wait, is that really the only way to... Ah! What? Oh, ow.
Where the hey have you been?
I figured it out, Eva. I figured out the impossible. I mean, it took an unholy amount of spoon feeding, but I guess that's what it takes when we're on the inside of it.
What are you talking about? Yes, just what are you talking about?
The sedative, it wore off already?
You don't sound too happy about it.
We're here to help, Colin, and you're the mental process that's getting in the way.
Well, lucky for you, that can be amended now, can't it? So, looks like we're about out of time. If you're going to erase me for good, you might as well hurry.
No, we're not going to erase you. We're going to erase us.
Wait, what?
Colin never needed our services, Eva. He already had her. The ability to change his reality, to live in a different world. The one thing that gaps of what he wanted all in his head. She is what we do, Eva. Oh, that's interesting. And yet she left. She left, which could have only meant one thing.
What are you trying to imply?
No, that can't be right.
What we do is different from just this.
How is it different?
Because there's more to it. There's more to what we do. We fulfill wishes. We give meaning to people's lives. What do? It has to be more than just that of an imaginary friend.
It's a lot more elaborate for sure. But for someone who just had to fight, just to let go of fantasy to embrace reality, maybe our existence was merely an unwelcome amplifier. A reminder of the make-believe, the imaginary, and the endless possibilities that make reality seem less than what it is. Hey, Doc, you two, things aren't looking good with the patient. I don't know what you're up to, but you might want to get out of there. And by might wanna, I mean need to.
After all that, huh? I guess none of this even matters anymore. There's no way we'd still have the time to implement any actual changes.
No, we might not have the time. But we know, what about her? She's already linked to the machine's interface, right? Without us, all procedures would be internalized. So much could be done in the fraction of a moment.
You're suggesting giving sole control of the machine to a mental process of the patient. The ethical implications of that, it hasn't been done for good reason. It hasn't been done because no patient has had a chance like this.
Besides, what's our alternative? Just leave our mark as a write-off? But what about our legal complications and the contract? It says... Oh, come on, Eva. When has the contract stopped us? Guys. Go on, I'll be right behind. Don't say I never trusted you. This is insane!
What are you doing this for us? Why are you doing this for us?
Well, if I were Colin on my last breath, I trust you over two strangers in white coats, right?
Strangers, huh? Your colleague was right about one thing. There is more to what you do than just playing God with people's memories. You've been here for just one day, yet in all his lifetime, no one has ever truly seen the world through his eyes like you have. And well, you're kind of the first I've been able to meet, too. In some silly way, maybe this is the part what Colin really wished for.
It was one heck of a meet and greet, that's for sure.
Full admin access transferred to unknown credential Feya.
You gonna be alright?
Just a little nervous, I guess.
Well, given the circumstances, I'd say it's pretty alright.
Hey. Do you think that in some ways I've truly existed?
Well, for what it's worth, I think all our memories and everything in it can be nothing but a fiction we tell ourselves. Good luck out here. Colin's counting on you. No time. Really, no time. The simulation. His blood pressure is dropping, vital signs fading fast. I think he's letting go. It's too bad. They never got to see what it was. They never got to meet Feya. They could have, if we'd had the time. I'm sorry for your loss. Please take all the time you need. I'll be in the living room with the paperwork.
When they're ready, I'll let them know.
Well, I'm depressed. Is everyone else depressed? Because I'm depressed.
Always a little stark, isn't it? Seeing it like this, after just having been there.
It is what it is. I'm just a little cold. It feels warmer in there.
Well, we did back there. Do you know if it worked?
Hard to say. I'll try and dig through the data afterwards, but... Well, it's never been done like this before. I don't know how coherent it'd be.
Guess we got another mess of a report to write.
We can take care of that when the dust settles. In the meantime, I just remembered something. Yeah, the book. Invisible ink. So, did you succeed? There was a complication. We tried to cope with something unorthodox, but I'm not sure if we'll ever know what really happened in those last moments. Hey, Sophie said you got a lighter? Yeah. Don't burn the book, Neil.
I never stood up very tall. I think my voice was fairly small.
Poor kid.
But there were times I'd want to shout, though my thoughts weren't sorted out. So I'd stumble and I'd fall. I learned to fly because of you.
So he wrote the story about him and his friend.
And everything you saw in me, that's what I wanted to be. Did I make it after all? All the grass on the other side, is it only greener in my mind? I'd still want it the same, because
Sophia.
trading my yesterday is to wish my
That was so
life
cute.
away.
Sophia, will you marry me? Oh, they had their wedding on that cliff that he loved. Or a cliff like it. Wow, those mountains look great.
As we dream and as we grow,
Aww.
we have to learn to let things go. But let the wonder never fade, though we've turned 10,000 pages, flying high or stuck below.
That's so cute. I think I know what she did.
I've
I think
searched
Feya
for meaning amidst doubt.
changed it from a friend that he invented that became super tangible and just made it a story. She still is part of his life, but she wasn't so tangible that he wasn't separated anymore.
Stories inside me, feels like I'm bursting at the seams.
And he's heading home.
And you're here after all.
Dang.
All the
Imagine
grass
having a
on
kid
the
grow up and leave the house. That's gotta be so weird.
Is it only greener in my mind? I'd still want it the same, because trading my
So sweet.
yesterday is to wish my life away.
And they took away his thoughts of a fake world. So that in the end, he just never even considered it. Beautiful. What a beautiful way to just be like, no, you didn't need that. Erased the Sigmund group entirely from him. So he never even knew. He lived his life, ups and downs, and never thought about, because everyone thinks they have something they're missing, but most of us really don't. Not really. Is Feya gonna become a manifestation? There she is.
Looking for someone, old timer? It's been a while, huh?
A long while. You haven't changed much.
And whose fault is that now? Listen, I wish it were under better circumstances, but
I know. I wish I still had the time to tell you about all that's happened since then.
it's okay. I was there. I'm only here to say goodbye. Just tell me one thing, though. Do you still have any regrets?
Regrets. Yeah, I have a lot of those. But that's okay. The chances I missed, the mishaps, and all that I wished I had, well, they were all still part of it. They made the way for all that I do have. And what I do have, I wouldn't trade for anything else in the world.
That's all I wish to hear. Go on, they're waiting for you. It's time to go home. Hey, Colin? Sorry I had to leave back then.
Thank you for having been there even when nobody else was. She was able to do it. Wow. Written and directed by Khan Reeves-Gao. Done it again, man. I think the first one hit really hard, but this one's still beautiful. If anything, I think this one's a more wholesome story, because the lesson of this one is about the fact that, like, life isn't perfect, but, like, it's okay that it's not. The first one was a real tragedy, like a story of tragedy, true tragedy, that was able to be mitigated through the end. But this one was a lot more down to earth. I can see why it might not have made the same ripples as To the Moon did, but my gosh, what a beautiful, beautiful story. One thing that sucks too is, like, think about the kid. Like, he invented a childhood friend because he was so alone. But he was alone because his parents were working so hard to provide for him, you know? Like, they did everything they could, and it showed them, like they showed up way late at night and brought him toys and stuff, you know? They cared. They obviously cared, but, like, they ended up missing so much. And I wonder, like, that's gotta be a reality for a lot of people who don't see their parents. I mean, when my parents divorced, I stayed a lot with my mom because she lived on the side of town where my friends were and my school was. But she went from, you know, being a stay-at-home mom to having pretty much nothing. And so she used what little she had, and she worked full-time and went to school and got a degree, living off loans. Special thanks to grandparents and family, Freebird Games online community, and supporters. Thank you, Freebird Games. And she kind of had that same thing where she was doing everything she could for me, but she was, like, never home. And so I know, I get that. I get that feeling. But imagine being a kid, like a little kid. It's amazing. Terrible and wonderful and all that wrapped up together. Sup? Where are you? At my scotch, drinking home. You said you'd be here. I said I'd visit like we always do. I'm not attending a funeral. When was the last time we ever did that again? I know, but I just thought we owed it to him after... Dr. Rosalene, we're about to start. Go on, I'll get my turn. All right, enjoy your scotch. You know it. Now, where were we? Ooh, not looking sketchy at all, Neil. I asked you to knock, not hack a lock. Switching to digital was terrible idea. Why didn't you just keep both locks on? Dagnabbit, Rob. I don't know why she even got you involved. Look, we don't have long. Are you guys still in or not? You betcha. So, is that the solution you were talking about? Yeah, that's her. I thought so. He saved her. Episode 2, Finding Paradise. So is that what the third one's about? Is it going to be about Feya? Episode 1, To the Moon. First story, mid-court. Yeah. Thank you for having been a part of this. Thank you for letting us be a part of this, honestly. Yeah, I think we're just heading straight to the title screen. Please make sure to go support them. Support them because this is genuinely great storytelling, fantastic building. That's why I wanted to play these games on the channel. Like, it's not the highest tier gaming. Of course it's not. But it's one of the greatest stories ever. To the Moon, I think, still takes the crown. Because they did such a good job of not only building up characterization, but also subverting expectations. This one was a little more predictable, but it toys with a lot more real, down to earth, like you and I are more likely to feel like, you and I are more likely to experience. Most of us don't lose a sibling and then have drugs that make us forget, muddle our memory, and then have a crazy mother that convinces us that we're a different son. Like, that was an insane situation. It was a crazy one. This one feels like something that could have actually happened and hits so close to home for me, it's a little scary at times. But yeah, this was a beautiful story, a beautiful experience. But man, such a beautiful series. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for letting me share this story with you. And next week, I said doing a wrap party for this. I want to jump right into Imposter Factory. So we're going to just go right for it next week. It's so funny how I hate how synchronized my channel gets. We literally end on Monday, like Muv-Love, the day after episode 1. And next week we're starting episode 2. And then the next day we end Finding Paradise and we're jumping into Imposter Factory the next week. It's freaking nuts how well that syncs up and how often that ends up happening on my channel. It's kind of frustrating, but it's fine. But it's just like, we're gonna be jumping into that and then I'll do a review of both of them at the end of it. So Finding Paradise, this is technically the finale, so that's what this episode will say, finale on it, but then we're jumping into Impossible Factory next week, so just keep an eye out for that. But most of all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the patrons who, again, your direct support has helped make it so I can make content more often. Like, this content is more accessible and more readily available, and I'm able to do much more with it because of your support, so thank you so much for that. It means the world to me, and I really appreciate that you're willing to do this and to kind of be there for me. But frankly, You don't have to be, and I want to make that clear from the beginning. And anyone who's watching this, you're already going above and beyond the call. Like, it means the world to me. Thank you so much. I know it gets repetitive, and most of you probably skip past here, but just know that I appreciate and cherish each of you. I look forward to reading your comments about this and what you thought of the twists and turns and kind of the end. I definitely think like it's implying that Feya is going to be a recurring character in the next one. Maybe that's what Imposter Factory is going to be. What if we're going to be trying to provide her with a life? That could be very interesting. Or she might become a ghost in the machine. Maybe she'll decide to take down the company from within. That could be really interesting too. So yeah, we'll have to see how that all plays out. But it's going to really start bringing in the questions about AI and like, can a scan of a brain become its own entity? That's a really interesting question. But yeah, we'll get to all that next time. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And until next video watching, may have seen me next. I'll see you there.